Jeff Nippard has decided to run defense. So it looks like Jeff Nippard has decided to run defense for both Hussein, Farhat, and Julian Fitzgerald in his most recent video titled How to Look Like You're on Steroids. As you can probably infer from the title, Jeff pretty much goes on to vouch for both Julian and Hussein's natty statuses, and the backlash he got on this video is unlike any I've ever seen him get before. With over 5,000 comments, nearly every comment on the video is criticizing Jeff, and since Jeff includes a clip of me in the first 15 seconds of this video, I feel like it's only right that we watch it and take a look at how Jeff managed to light his credibility on fire in a little over 16 minutes. Let's get into it.
Is it possible to look like you're on steroids without ever actually taking steroids?
No. There you go.
I mean, it's like everyone's saying fake natty, fake natty, fake natty. So then who's the actual one of them? Because by Matt, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just wonder, like, everyone's always saying this is a fake, he's a fake natty, he's a fake natty. But then who's actually natural, like, you know? Who's actually natural that has a crazy physique, but you're like, yeah, he's natural.
Saved you guys 16 minutes. 99% of people would not be able to look like Julian while on gear. Virtually no one can look like this natural. To insinuate otherwise is to lie to your audience.
I think it is, but a lot of people find that hard to believe.
Vast majority of people are saying, there's no way this guy is natural.
You just won't be able to convince me there's a single chance he achieved this naturally.
So I put it to the test, and I showed this group of guys who swear they're all natural to random strangers and asked them one question: who's natty and who's not?
Him.
You think he's on steroids? Okay.
That's the brilliant test that Jeff Nippard conducts. He asks a bunch of people who from the lineup they think are not natty, and when everybody inevitably points to Julian and Hussein, he then proceeds to try and gaslight his audience this entire video by pretty much just saying that the likes of Julian and Hussein are natty, and that they pretty much just take advantage of good lighting and a pump. It's such a pointless video that is so below the usual quality that Jeff puts out that you can only conclude that this video was simply made to run cover for a bunch of fake natties and to take advantage of the current drama without having to burn bridges with influencers that Jeff might want to collaborate with in the future.
Based on their answers, I was able to pinpoint exactly which body features people look at when they're suspecting steroids. And in this video, I'll show you how to build up those features 100% naturally. By the end, you'll know exactly how to look enhanced without ever touching a needle.
Again, you can't. I mean, what are we doing here? Julian looks like a pro bodybuilder with the Snapchat baby filter on his face. The guy has
This fella said he looked like an IFBB pro with this.
He's been training for 3 years. If he was natural, imagine what he would look like in another 3 years, and imagine what he would look like once he started juicing.
On the right is the definitely natty zone. Basically, everyone I interviewed thought this look was achievable naturally with some basic training. A few people pointed to subject number 5's quads as being a little suspicious, but I got in a leg workout with him, and I definitely think he earned those quads naturally.
Well, there you have it, guys. No need for regular water-grade drug testing over the course of months alongside DEXA scans to gauge whether muscle mass has atrophied. No, Jeff just needs to get a workout in and he'll be able to tell if they're natty.
In my personal opinion, this next thing is the biggest factor that's actually fully within your control, and it's simply being lean. Assuming you have some muscle base, when you're leaner, you're going to look much more jacked. As a comparison, this is what I looked like 30 pounds heavier at around 20% body fat, and this is what I look like now, 30 pounds lighter at around 10% body fat. I'm definitely getting more steroid accusations now, despite the fact that I'm actually quite a bit smaller. That's the illusion of bodybuilding.
Yeah, it is true that when you already have some muscle mass on your body and you get leaner, you will look more defined and therefore create the illusion of being bigger when you have your shirt off. But don't even try to insinuate that this illusion is why no one believes that Julian and Hussein are natural.
You know what I'm curious about, yeah? Since Anabolic Stick is just like, yeah, these fellas are not natural at all, I would love to know, please make a video on what you think they're on, what they're blasting, because I'm just curious, man, because if people are saying they're social, they're not natural. Well, I'm actually on the fence, believe it or not. Like, Jenny, I don't know. I don't see why they go this far to lie that they are, obviously because of, you know, but like, I don't know, man.
You'll get more roid accusations if
you see this, make a video on what you think these two are blasting. That would be sick, man. If you, from your knowledge anyways.
you are vascular. People for some reason think it's related. It's mostly just genetic, honestly. It's mostly genetic and low body fat.
Someone like Hussein gets a lot of fake natty accusations online since he has a huge social media following.
Well, no, it's because he made all of his gains in about a year and a half, the first 8 months of which were spent training in his garage
It's actually true.
with a broom broomstick and a ladder after all of a sudden activating his superior 1 in a million genetics at age 19 while having been built like a stick throughout the entirety of puberty.
And yeah, he has a super impressive physique, even in real life, so I get it. But just like me and pretty much every other fitness influencer, he does understand the power of lighting, posing, and the illusion of bodybuilding. Most people don't realize just how much of a difference lighting can make in how enhanced you look, especially when you're lean like Hussein. Actually, while shooting this video, I played with 2 different lighting options. This is what everyone looked like with standard diffuse lighting. Now look at the difference once we switched to more spot lighting. Everyone went from natty to enhanced in a 1-second transformation.
This guy looks bigger. Wait. Is he unnatural?
Now this is truly my favorite talking point right here. The "oh, it's just good lighting" and a pump talking point. Is it just me, or does Hussein still look massive even in the shitty lighting? To me, he still looks fully unnatural here. Why? Because I know what actual natties look like in shitty lighting. These grifters will show you an absolutely insane physique that looks marginally less defined because of bad lighting, and then try and convince you that he looks fully natural. Like, come on man, look at the size of him. You're telling me he achieved this naturally in less than 2 years. At this point, I genuinely feel like there's a collective effort going on in the fitness industry to try and gaslight the
Why, man? That's what I don't understand. Like, why? Why would they, like...
masses into thinking Unga and Bunga over here achieved their physiques naturally. The fact of the matter is, people are simply tired of being lied to. As this commenter said, people are tired of being pissed on by these fitness influencers and then being told it's rain.
Here's another visual. This is what I look like just standing in my kitchen under normal lighting with no posing and being filmed on an iPhone. All I did was run downstairs to my posing room, flicked on a spotlight, hit a most muscular pose, and switch to a Sony a7S III camera. That's a big visual difference with less than 1 minute between shots. I'm only 155 pounds right now, and when you look at me posing on my own, I think I do look massive, but when you put me into the lineup of other guys that are bigger than me, I think it adds a lot of context.
So Greg Doucette often tries to criticize me for only using the eye test to determine whether someone is a fake natty. Well, I prefer to call it the "do you have an IQ above ambient room temperature" test. Seeing as some people don't like when I use myself as a reference point in these videos, let's just use Jeff himself as a reference point. Jeff has been training for nearly 20 years. Jeff has amazing 1% genetics. I mean, literally look at his mother in this video. Both of his
Huh? Why the fuck is his ma absolutely built like a unit? What the fuck? Oh my god, look, they've got the same smile and all, man. What?
parents are ex-bodybuilders. If anyone has their training and nutrition dialed into an absolute T, it would be Jeff Nippard. Jeff is 5'5", meaning that every pound of muscle he puts on will look a lot more impressive on him than Julian and Hussein, who are both considerably taller than him. With all of that combined, both Hussein and Julian still dwarf Jeff size-wise, even if you take into account the difference in stature. And they've both only been training for 3 years. Hussein put on more size in 2 years, coming from being an absolute stick, than Jeff Nippard, the science-based lifter who has been training for almost 2 decades with 1% genetics and professional bodybuilding parents has in his entire career. And Jeff...
yeah. He's got a point there, boys. He's got a point.
Nippard, of all people, is defending this guy's natty status. If I, being a bit of a brainlet, can identify that these two are full of shit, then you can bet your bottom dollar that Jeff, who's a very smart guy, absolutely knows as well. And yet he still decided to make this video and to defend both of their claims.
Now, right before I show you everyone's blood work, let's talk about Julian. This guy's caught the internet by storm, with the majority of people saying there's simply no way he's natural, especially when you consider he just turned 19 years old.
Does anybody else like my age?
How old are you? Yeah, 19. You're 19? Okay, yeah. He's... Yeah.
I've been training for almost as long as he's been alive.
I'm gonna max this thing out for him.
Doesn't even know where to fit them.
Yeah, we're starting to run out of room, but... Yeah, what's another 10? 360. Let's go... We might as well go 365.
You think you'll get it?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I just loaded as much as I could.
All right.
Tell me on 1, 2, 3, okay?
3, 2, 1, up.
Here we go. Woo-wee!
Boy, look at his biceps, man.
That's actually insane.
Yep.
His bicep literally looks like it's about to explode. Like, come on, bro. This is so ridiculous. Also, look at how massive Hussein looks. This is the guy they're trying to make you believe simply looks unnatural because he abuses angles and lighting. They're trying to make you believe that that's 1.5 years of natty training right there.
One person who definitely didn't get his hands on steroids, though, was this gentleman. And we know that because this photo was taken in 1912, 2 decades before injectable testosterone was ever even isolated for the first time. Not gonna lie, those bicep peaks do look a bit familiar.
No, they don't. Julian's arms are literally twice the size of this guy's arms.
Damn, this is how they were built in 1912, boys. Fucking hell, man. Loki looks like Putin.
The attempts to justify the fake natty claims and to try and gaslight the audience are just getting so damn desperate. Jeff just tried to tell his audience that this guy's biceps were comparable to Julian's. Like, sure, this guy has impressive peaks, but you're conveniently ignoring the fact that Julian's arms are literally triple the size.
Here's what I think. Sometimes, when you combine world-class genetics with super hard training, you really can get to a level of muscular development that some people simply aren't going to believe is possible naturally, no matter what you say.
I'm in the gym all the time. Like, it's like when somebody's like basically saying, nah, you didn't put in the work, you just stuck a needle in your arm. But
Right.
I'm like afraid of needles. I hate needles like so much.
See, that's how you know he's not enhanced, because he said you put it in your arm and you you don't inject in your arm. Nah.
Well, the injectable needles aren't the only way to consume steroids.
Well, there you have it, guys. Another bit of ironclad evidence from Jeff Nippard proving that someone is natural. Aside from his sixth sense being able to tell that the Asian guy is fully natural just because of the way he trains, Julian using descriptive language that isn't 100% accurate is proof of him being natural. Moreover, he also said he's afraid of needles. Case closed. Also, Julian, no one is saying that you didn't put in the work. Steroids aren't a wonder drug that are gonna make you look like Mr. Olympia without having to work out. You still absolutely have to put in the work in the gym. They just simply shatter the ceiling of what you can physically achieve and thus allow you to make super physiological gains. Yes, you absolutely worked hard, Julian. Yes, you have absolute freakish genetics, because 99% of people that hop on gear will never be able to look like you. And yes, there's also no way you achieve this naturally. These things can all be true at once.
So are you planning to stay
What anabolic stick? What the fuck do you think these fellas taking? I need to know, bro.
natural, or have you thought about that?
As of right now, I'm just focused on, getting through school.
Yeah.
And I'm also like a big family dude, so I start a family and stuff.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
once everything's kind of, set in stone and I have everything laid out, then I'll be like, all right, cool, let's shoot for Olympia, you know what I mean?
For real?
Shoot for it.
Holy shit, okay.
So he uses his fear of needles as proof of him being natural, but then says that in the future he'll shoot for Mr. Olympia, where he will have to inject steroids to be able to compete. So
That's a bit fishy, boys. That doesn't line up, man.
his fear of needles won't hold him back in the future, but right now is so debilitating that it must be a sign that he's natural.
And despite that sounding authentic, I still want a little more confirmation. So while they get their blood drawn, I'll tell you what I'm looking for in someone who's natural.
So to end this video off, he has everybody take a singular blood test to once again try to prove that they're all natural. Now, as we all know, a blood test is merely a snapshot in time. They could have literally hopped on steroids anytime between 3 weeks and 3 years ago and you would not be able to tell. Jeff acknowledges this himself. So then what's the point of this entire video, Jeff? What we're all witnessing is a Dylan McKnight level of self-sabotage. Everybody in the comments absolutely tore Jeff to shreds over this video. Let's just read off a couple of them. Disappointed you did not invite the Liver King, an iconic all-time natty. Should have included Mike O'Hearn too in this video. Step 1, hop on steroids. Step 2, lie about it. Years of hard training. Dude is 19. Never been disappointed in a Jeff video before, but this is just silly. These guys are obviously painfully not natural, so someone as credited and respectful as yourself, this leaves a bad taste. Should have titled this video, How to Lose All Credibility in 16 minutes and 4 seconds. I waited almost a month for a new Jeff video to drop, just for him to praise 19-year-old fake natties with quote-unquote years of really hard training. I expected more skepticism and nuance from Jeff Nippard. This seems very strange. I won't take Jeff seriously anymore. Jeff is absolutely blasting gear, followed by a reply saying, honestly this physique is achievable for the time period he's trained for, but given the seething dishonesty displayed in this video, I wouldn't put it past him to lie about using gear now. Like
Whoa.
natty, Jeff Nippard, sus, and lean beef patty, likely natty. And this one right here is my personal favorite. I'm interested in getting a GH cut like Julian without actually taking human growth hormone and staying natty. Can you do a video on that? Now it gets even more ridiculous. Right after dropping this video, Jeff makes a post on Instagram with a lengthy caption saying that the gym community has low standards and pretty much just defends Hussein and Julian's natty claims by saying that they have incredible genetics.
Caption, boys. Why is it so long?
But when you head on over to the comments, what do you see? A comment by Simian Panda praising Jeff for this post. Not just that, Jeff also liked this comment. You can't make this stuff up. If Simian Panda, one of the most blatant fake natties within the industry, is endorsing your post about fake natties, that's how you should know that you've missed the mark. This is the equivalent of making a YouTube video defending a bunch of alleged murderers, who definitely did it, saying they're innocent, and then having OJ Simpson praise the post and hearting his comment. I absolutely love Jeff's content, but he truly missed the mark with this video. Anywho, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like.
Alright guys, so we need to speak Anabolic Stick. Listen bro, I need you to drop a video on what you think they're blasting. That's all I need from you.